I believe in trust. I believe in eternity. I believe in you and me.
Good evening and welcome to Our Time for Two with your host, Bishop Brian.
And Lady Angela.
Tonight we're going to be talking about the rules for fighting fair. Let's get ready to rumble! Good evening, everybody. Let's get ready
I'll be back.
to rumble. See there, she's scared. She ran off. See there, she's scared. She's nervous. She ran off. Yeah. Well, you heard the title tonight. It's Rules for Fighting Fair. In the bottom part, I think it was showed up on the
scroll?
No, on the thing that advertised it. It was saying rules for fighting fair in marriages.
Yes. That's the only way.
Yeah, I had to cough on that. Yeah, so we're rules for fighting fair
in marriages, because you know there's other rules for fighting fair in relationships and between mother and daughter, fathers. We're gonna be talking about marriage.
Yes. So this is going to be interesting.
Oh, you did put 15 rules up. We're not going to talk
I
about
did.
15.
Well, what is the 15 rules at?
Right there.
Oh, okay. Okay, that says 15 rules. It's not 15 rules. We had to make some modifications.
Yes.
So, you know how that goes. Some of the rules, they had to be modified. So we did do that.
Because we're not going to be able to talk about all. There's more than 15.
How about that? That better?
There you go. It's more than 15, but we just chose a few.
It originally started out with like 25.
Yes, there's a lot of rules to fighting fair.
Mm-hmm.
So we just
going to highlight some of the
ones that we thought that we need to like jump on like right quick.
All right.
Yes. So we're gonna. Our first one is going to be.
Well, no. Let me read the introduction on this.
Yeah, because.
Yeah, let me do that. Let me help everybody out. All right.
I mean, why do we need to feel like we have to fight fair?
Yeah. So anyway, why do we need to? There's a reason why we need to, know how to fight fair, because if you don't fight fair, you fight unfair and ugly, and it comes into something that you really don't want it to end up into, just like you see the picture behind us.
Yes.
Point your finger, arguing and screaming. They say Christian marriages don't do that, but hey, but see, the thing is that we were discussing earlier about what goes on in my house stays in my house.
Right.
And we've had a couple of instances where that rule was in effect and it ended up in divorce.
Right.
So, or some other shady stuff that was going on. So,
and then then the kids be like, argue.
Do they cuss?
Little girl say, do they cuss too? Oh yeah. That's in a Christian house.
Y'all will hear us say that one over and over and over again because it's so funny. All right, let me read this opening real quick. It says, disagreements are a part of every relationship. Mm-hmm. Disagreements are a part of every relationship. Anytime you spend endless waking hours with another individual, there is bound to be some kind of friction.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. So read that again.
Anytime you spend endless waking hours with another individual, there is bound to be some friction.
COVID proved that, didn't it?
Yeah.
Endless.
Endless hours. It ended about a month ago or 2 months ago. So, but endless. And I think a lot of people did find out that, spending hours and days on end with the same individual that you may have not known or didn't know all of the idiosyncrasies about that person, because you figure you work 8 hours a day, 8 to 10 hours a day, most people. And what happens is you come home. If you eat dinner together, that's about 30 to 45 minutes. Then one goes to do whatever they're going to do, wash the dishes or whatever, and another one goes into another room, read the newspaper, cut the TV on, scroll through Facebook, whatever. That takes about another hour, and then the next thing you know, if you have kids, you may spend a few minutes with them, because you really don't spend a lot of time because they're in their room.
Nowadays,
with their iPads, their phones, their laptops, games, and then so that's about another. So you're talking about 6, 7, almost 9 o'clock now, 10 o'clock. You're in bed. So really, you only spend about 3 hours to 4 hours maybe at home with each other, and whereas you spent more time away from home, away from each other. And when COVID was going on, you spent all of that time
together,
12 hours,
14,
16 hours together. And what happened, and people got to know each other and got frictions. And one of the reasons we know that is because they said that during this past year or so, that divorce rate shot up. And that was because people really didn't know each other.
And they didn't know how to fight fair.
Right.
They didn't know how to argue fair. They was at each other's throat, just like behind us. We've been through that too.
Right. So, the background is funny. Somebody said the background is funny. Yep. That was our purpose and intent. Thank you, Angelita.
Yes.
But again, what we find is people had a problem fighting. So yes, there's bound to be some friction. The trick, is learning how to manage those disagreements and prevent them from becoming destructive, emotional outbursts. So here's some rules that we're going to go over tonight. Hopefully they'll help.
Yes.
So.
And we're not talking about something that we have not experienced. So that's why we picked some of the ones that we know that we can talk about personally. Some of them that, we can talk about personally, because I knew exactly how to do what that lady was doing behind us. I knew exactly how to point the finger. I knew how to do a lot of that.
No, not you.
And and the thing about it is that we get ready to go over some of the
since you want to get personal with this. See, you are just so transparent.
No, but what I was going to say.
So since you want to be that way, I'm going to tell you about the time you pushed me in the closet. Since you want to go there. I mean,
I wasn't going to say nothing. I wasn't going to say nothing about that. I was
so we had these kind of arguments.
Well, I was see now. You talk about the. I wasn't going to see y'all. I'm trying to be wise.
Yeah, but you put it out there.
But I was getting ready to say, how
I'm not that transparent.
But you brought.
But since you brought it up, I thought.
But I was going to say something else.
Don't.
No, I wasn't even going to talk. I was talking about how she points her finger, because I remember that you're not an angry person. You don't get mad. It takes a lot.
Angelita's been living with us for 40 some years.
What'd she say?
And she said, "Oh, what? Wait." Yeah. You didn't know that, did you? Yeah, she pushed me in the closet.
Oh.
Yeah, that's true.
So I would do that, point in his faces, but he wouldn't get mad. So that was more frustrating, because you were so, and you still
patient.
Are. You're so patient, and you still are.
Long-suffering.
I learned not to do that pointing thing like she did.
Live with my wife according to knowledge.
But I guess finally you did say enough is enough.
Okay.
Also, so you gonna talk about the closet thing?
That's done. I just did.
Yeah, okay, because I was just.
All right.
So the
Okay.
first
Look,
one, what
look,
we gonna do?
look.
What's the first one?
Yeah, I wanted to read this
Okay.
little piece right here.
All right.
Where is that at? Am I jumping too far?
You might be, but
No, no, I'm not. Okay. Um, that interaction and um, disagreement between one another. What a book by an author said: men are from Mars, women are from Venus, and this is one of the issues that they run into when they're trying to discuss issues. Um, he writes this statement: just as a man is fulfilled through working out intricate details of solving a problem, a woman is fulfilled through talking about the details of her problem. So she really doesn't want an answer. She just wants you to listen to what she's talking about. It goes on to say men often hear the problem to solve where women are asking for support. So basically, they're saying, okay, fellas, we got to get to the place of just listening to what they're saying. Although we think we can fix it, we just have to listen for support for
yes.
whatever they're going through. So, sometimes be what the Bible say? Swift to hear, slow to speak. So that applies in your marriage too. Just take your time
So they
and
don't apply to me, right?
listen to what they got to say. Oh yes, I listen.
No, but they don't apply to us. We ain't got to be slow to us.
Oh, you should be.
Okay.
You might gain some wisdom. So again, swift to hear, slow to speak, and be wise in what you're saying and how you're saying it, because sometimes they just need the support, a listening ear. Um, you know that goes a long way. And sometimes if you let them talk long enough, they'll come up with the solution that you maybe want to suggest. All right. Anyway, I just wanted to. Um, every couple has disagreements. We must learn how to keep the discussions amicable or friendly, and learn how to fight fair. And that's what we're going to be talking about tonight. Okay.
Whatever.
I mean, you got to keep it peaceful.
We've got to fight fair. Women
Both.
women don't fight fair.
Both. Well,
We don't fight
that's
fair.
what we're going to talk
We
about.
don't fight fair.
That's what we're going to talk about.
Okay.
That's what we're going to talk about. Okay.
Well, the first one. Y'all ready for the first one?
Hmm.
Woo! Be honest.
Be honest.
Oh wow. We share what's really on our minds instead of hiding behind other issues. We should share what's really on our minds instead of hiding behind other issues.
Another issue. Yeah.
Another issue.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I don't know if we're ready. I don't know if we are ready to
You want the
to
truth?
be
What's the line
honest.
say? You want the truth?
The whole truth and nothing but the
You
truth.
can't handle the truth. That's what a lot
Oh.
of,
Oh, okay. I was saying you want the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help you, God.
Yeah, so help you God too. That's right.
Because God's going to have to help you, because I don't think you're ready for the truth. Most men are not ready for the truth.
Most people. Man,
but we're talking about
or
husbands.
woman.
We're talking about
Husband
husbands. I think
or
I'm more.
wife.
I think I'm more honest. Am I? Am I?
You're transparent.
So is that honest?
I guess you're transparent. You're transparent about sharing your feelings.
Sharing my feelings, but I don't know if I'm honest about what I want to say to you.
Is that
sometimes I do? I mean, now I'm really good at it because we've walked this journey now for 43 years. But at first, like we said earlier in one of our shows, I wasn't ready to tell you how I honestly feel, because number one, I didn't want to hurt your feelings. Number two, I didn't want to feel like that. What I was saying.
Men's feelings don't get hurt.
Men's feelings don't get hurt.
They don't get hurt.
And y'all don't cry either, do you?
We man up.
You don't cry either, do you?
No. None of that.
So I'm not sure if we're honest, but you have to be honest.
Thank you.
I am honest.
Thank you, Chrissy.
What'd she say?
She says Daddy is definitely more honest. That's what she believes.
Oh, okay.
That's my baby
But
girl.
that's a daughter and a father.
Yeah, I know.
But we're talking about a husband and a wife.
Okay, that's true. Okay, we can go with that.
So I'm honest now, but I didn't want to hurt. If we had, a situation, I didn't want to hurt. So what
So
is honesty?
honest
What is honesty?
is telling the truth about this. Again, we're talking about an argument. So telling the truth about what you are arguing about, the subject that you're arguing about. So you can't, because if you shade it and cover it and color it, you won't get to a resolution because you don't know what to resolve.
So
If you're not being honest about it, if it's covered with a lie, you can't get to the root of the problem.
so I look good in that dress. Um,
What Sinbad said?
the first
What
lady, the
Sinbad
first,
said? Sinbad said, "You a man, you make a man lie." That's what he said because you look good in that dress. You do what he's supposed to say when he's saying it inside because he don't want to hurt your feelings. No, it's ugly.
okay,
So,
but
but that would hurt your feelings. So, baby, it's you.
no,
And
but
so you
you're
say
right.
something
But
you say something like that to because as a Christian you can't
right.
lie, so you'd say that's you.
So
Oh, that's not an expression of my real feelings because it took me a while
right.
to accept. See, I'm being careful with my words now. Accept your choice of. I want to say country colors, but I know your colorful
You can call them country. I got a country look.
acceptance um, of creative designs and patterns in fabrics.
So I'm saying this. I'm
How
bringing
about
this
that?
up.
Did I do that good?
I'm bringing this up because this is a little thing. Well, it was a big thing then because I would ask him, "How do I look? Do you like the dress?" And him being honest, and I know when he's trying not to hurt my feelings, he would pause and try to figure out what he
Just
can
like
say.
I just did.
Yes, what he
Right.
can say to not hurt my feelings. But I'm already in my feelings now because it's
I
taking
didn't come right out.
it's taking you too long to tell me how I look. And I remember getting upset and saying, I'm not going to church. I'm not going to church. And that would be all. But that was so long ago. But now I can say, "Do you like this?" And he can say, "No, not really." And I'll say, "Okay,"
Correct.
but I'll wear it anyway.
But so my opinion doesn't matter. But again,
But it's being honest, relaxed
that
to be
that
honest.
that
To be
that
relaxed.
comes with a growth and maturity in your relationship.
Mm-hmm.
That's over time. At first you may have a difficulty in making those kind of statements
Mm-hmm.
because you're again trying not to hurt somebody's feelings. You're trying not to hurt your mate's feelings. So, but see that over time, when you're more comfortable, I guess I can say that when you're more comfortable and you've learned each other, and that comes over time and working through a whole bunch of other stuff that you get comfortable enough
Mm-hmm.
to be able to give that honest opinion.
Mm-hmm.
That's just about clothes, but
Yeah.
even that's simple.
Yeah,
But
that's
when
simple,
you
right.
run into a serious argument,
Right. Or yeah.
and let me say this. This is my personal belief. The major arguments in a relationship come up about money and about sex. That's my opinion. So again, that becomes and when I say the sex issue, that means you know one person thinking one thing, the other person thinking another, and neither one of them talking.
Mm-hmm.
So that becomes an issue. So one person is sitting on the one side of the bed mad, and the other one's sitting over the one trying to figure out why. that's an issue, and that's a silent argument. But again, with money, that's a big one.
Now, see, mine is different.
Okay,
My thing is, are you happy? And I know you're probably saying money, whatever, but with me, are you happy with me? I want to. Can you honestly tell me if you're happy with me?
right.
Um, and that's deep because if you're not ready to have that honest conversation on deep things like that, are you happy with me? What does that mean? You probably would. I would have to explain to you in detail. Do you like the way that how do you like the way I treat you?
Oh,
Do I
absolutely.
treat you with respect?
With
Now, I'm saying
again,
so.
that's a
That's
growing
yeah.
that's a growing and development that has to take place,
Mhm.
and maturity. Some people are just not mature or have not grown to that place of maturity.
Shorts or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah, yeah. Just
That you
what you
can
just
handle
what you
it.
did. Right. So again, some people they're just not, so to even answer that question in a mature, are you happy with me? Are you happy? That's deep.
Yeah, because my
That's
makeup,
deep.
right? Because my makeup, who I am as a person, and we took the temperament
So the
test.
question should be
I
not
need you
just
to know,
happy,
right?
but happy with me.
Happy with me. I need
Right.
to know that you're happy with me. So if you honestly tell me that you're not, am I ready to hear the answer?
Right.
I'm looking for a certain answer.
And that's a, that's interesting you bring that up, because that's a cause of a lot of friction
Right.
in marriages, because you, there's a monicum, or a, a measure of love
Mhm.
there to be hesitant to
Right.
answer that question. You know what I mean?
And
So
that's why, yeah.
even if you're saying, I'm really not happy
But what
with
does that
with
mean? Because it might not be, you know what I'm saying? Right.
but then you
So,
got to work yourself through
right.
why, the
I need
reasons
to tell
why.
you why. I need to tell you examples of what I'm saying. I need to give you details of what I'm saying and how I'm feeling. Because maybe I felt like you weren't, but you really are.
Okay,
You know what I'm saying?
right.
And then, but so honest for you to be honest with me, it's really hard because I need to be confident and happy with myself.
Correct. And that, somebody brought that up. I forget where I saw that at. You have to be, and but they said it in a way to kind of push off the other person's opinion or statement or feeling about somebody. They said
Hmm.
you gotta be happy about yourself. You ain't got to worry about nobody else. And that is true. You must be confident and self assured. But if you're in a relationship where the two should become
One.
one,
Hmm.
then you have to work out your relationship, and you have to figure out the areas. If there are areas of friction, or um, not full understanding of that of your mate,
Hmm.
then you have to be honest enough to be able to discuss it in order to bring um, that out.
Hmm.
Because otherwise you're gonna have problems. And it's the Bible says the little foxes is what spoils the vine.
Hmm.
So here a little, there a little, a little leaven leaveneth the whole lump. If you don't deal with it, you're gonna have a problem down the road.
Hmm.
You know, So, oh my goodness, I see that, Sister Wanda. I see your statement. She says women like to bring up things from the past.
Oh, we're
Oh,
gonna get to
we're gonna
that.
get to that one.
Yes,
I just saw
yes,
that, but we're gonna get to that.
yes,
So
yes.
again, I think that in the being honest piece, some of it has to it comes with maturity. But the reason we're telling you that here now is so that you can identify
Mm-hmm.
when it pops up. So you don't have to go through, 2, 3, 4, 5 years not addressing it because you don't understand what it is. So we're telling you
Mm-hmm.
what it is when we say be honest,
Right.
in order that you might be able to handle, the honesty in a mature way
Mm-hmm.
that nobody's getting offended or upset or mad. You're trying to work out your relationship,
Right.
trying to work it out.
Right.
So yeah, you can be honest, but you have to get to the place of maturity to be able to do it.
Yes, we can talk all night on that.
Yeah, I mean, it's a deep subject,
yeah,
but
honesty, and that to be the number one.
right.
Ooh, you got. So the second one is keep it personal.
Yeah, keep it personal. So you want to make sure,
It says by mutual agreement, we don't blame each other.
you
We
know,
keep we
I
keep the
forgot.
focus on our individual
We went to number
thoughts.
2. I was supposed to do this. All right, so go ahead.
Round two.
All right.
It says keep it personal. By mutual agreement, we don't blame each other. We keep the focus on our individual thoughts and feelings. For example, I might say,
But wait a minute, hold on. Keep it personal by what? Mutual agreement.
yes,
So that means
and
you
we
have to
can
come
keep
up.
focus,
You have to set the rules up
set the rules up.
about keeping it personal.
Mhm.
So I mean, it takes a lot of maturity in your relationship to be able to set this rule up. You're gonna make a mutual agreement.
Oh my God, I can't say I told you so.
No.
Jesus. I can't say
So you got to keep it personal.
if you'd have listened the first time. I can't say those things anymore.
Keep it personal. So we want to focus on our individual thoughts and what it says, on our individual thoughts and feelings. Yes.
So now I have, I'm still learning.
Okay, it says don't blame each other.
Don't blame each other.
That's right. When it says keep it personal, don't blame each other.
Don't blame each other.
Say you what the picture say. You.
I told you so.
You.
I told you
No,
so.
it was you.
No.
It wasn't me.
I told
It was you.
I told you.
You did it. So again, keep it. You have to keep focus on. Make sure you keep a balance on what you're doing when you're fussing.
So I guess now I say, because sometimes I don't know what to say. I'll just say I'm just saying. Now I say I'm just saying.
But again, you have to learn the signals and say, okay, well, but we haven't discussed this yet. Fully.
Right.
So you have to learn those signals, and then you have to be able to because I'm the kind of guy I want to figure out, okay, what is going on? I need to figure out what went wrong, why are we upset, what's going on. And I'm kind of like, okay, when I hear that signal, what did you just say?
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying. I know that to me, that's a signal that I have to inquire further to say, okay, well, what do you mean by that?
Yes, because that's my way of bringing it down for me.
Right. So that's your woosah.
Woosah.
Right. Okay, I got you. I'm just saying.
Yeah, whatever.
So again, this comes with years and years and years of development.
Now we're not counselors. We're just trying to help you guys.
As it says, we're sharing 43 years of our experiences.
Yes.
And
what works for us, and
right.
And
your son.
My son.
Our son.
Junior. He keeps saying your son.
No. He is truly my son because I prayed for him.
They just like him. Y'all just alike.
He said he was trying to figure out how two I think he said polar opposites
Polar
That's
opposites.
when you said North Pole, South Pole.
Oh,
How we could, stay together for so long, being the yin and yang, the
they're
negative
so
and the
different.
positive, so different in our relationship. And I told him is because number one, we said that divorce was not an option. And then number two, we made a decision that we would work out,
Mhm.
because the thing is okay, what?
How are we going to be alike? We can't even be alike. I'm a woman and you're
No,
a man. We can't even be
well,
alike. We don't
no,
even
I
make.
mean, in personality, the thing is when we took the temperament test,
Mhm.
you know, we kind of found the mesh on it.
Yeah.
Are you keeping me on track? Okay,
Yeah,
keep
I'm
it
trying.
personal. Thank you very much. All right, I'm finished with that one.
Ding. Well,
Oh, okay, okay.
look, y'all. We had just enjoying life. So y'all ready?
All right, round
Round
three.
All right. Now this is the one. You go ahead. This is the one that we just had a discussion about. Go
We
ahead, honey.
did.
We just
did.
had a
Because
we agreed to disagree. Go ahead.
Well, the things that we decided not to disagree on, we just didn't put them in here. All right, so that's how that goes. All right, see, compromise. Which
We're
one?
not gonna talk about it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know it's not on mine. I took it off.
Okay.
All right. Keep it private.
Mhm.
Keep it private. If there's anything that we've learned about fighting fair, is not to involve others. All right,
I think Wanda made us.
and either during or after the disagreement, making sure we don't bring other people into the ring like the WWF. They start bringing everybody in the ring, and so that is one of the things. And I think that
Wanda said something.
let's see what Wanda says here. It says that only comes with a lot of maturity, and confidence in your. That's true.
Yes.
Yes, certainly that does. In trying to resolve or work out the relationship, it comes with maturity. It comes development. And the thing is, in adding to that, you have to make sure you get to the place of be willing to work it out. Be willing to work it out. All right.
Yes.
So if there's anything, they can hear you tapping the paper. She's keeping me on track. All right.
I used to do it when he preached. I do like this.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
And then I stopped. I stopped doing it because it don't.
Because I keep on preaching.
You keep on preaching.
That to me, that was a sign to say, keep going, keep going, go ahead.
All right.
That's like, go ahead and preach.
Yeah.
All right. If there's anything I've learned about fighting fear is this: don't involve others either during or after the disagreement. And I say, the only time you would involve somebody is you've come to an impasse, you can't figure it out. I would say seek counseling.
Mm-hmm.
Find somebody that is reputable and knowledgeable and wise enough to provide you counsel, because there is safety in counsel. So I would say, whoever y'all agree on to help, if it's that serious and it's causing a serious tipping point in your relationship, seek counsel.
Mm-hmm.
Professional, knowledgeable, wise counsel. Don't necessarily have to be professional, but make sure you find somebody that is wise enough to navigate you through whatever issues that y'all are having.
Right. And I think with this one, they was also trying to help couples to understand to stop going to your friends but I never understood why married women or married men go to single.
That should never happen, because a single person can't tell you anything.
I mean, unless they've been there and done that.
Well, even if they've been there and done that, if they've been divorced, then why did their marriage fail? So again, my point being that I can understand a widower or somebody like that, that had years of marriage and they could share some things with you. But if you're dealing with somebody that couldn't resolve their issues and ended up in divorce, why are you asking them to help you with your issues? Because what they're going to tell you is going to probably end you up in the same place. So, that's just a personal opinion there.
Yeah. And also, just to keep in mind that, um, he said wise counseling. You really have to pray and ask God to send somebody into your life that you can, trust and be able to talk to.
Now underscore
I
that word trust.
trust, yes. I know I have, a couple of people in my life that I can go to, and, not. And the thing is, I'm not going to bash you. See, a lot
Right.
of people have these friends, and they go
That's
and they
good.
start bashing their mate,
And trying to find
and
somebody
trying to
to
find
agree
somebody
with
to
them.
agree with you. But if you have somebody that you have confidence in, that's going to tell you when you're wrong, because you have an issue. When you don't go and say, "Well, I don't know why he did this," you go, and say, "I'm not understanding. Did I do
So
something?
let me
This is what
can
happened."
I add this in? I don't mean to cut you off. Go ahead, finish.
Yes, you did. Be honest.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, finish. I don't cut you off.
So, what I was getting ready to say is that, I remember one time that I was confused about something that we were going through, and so I called this person, and they gave me some wise counsel. They told me what to do, and made sure, that my tone was good, and don't say it like right away. Wait, give yourself a day or two, and then bring it up. So that was wise counseling. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And I didn't go bashing you. I wanted to know if there's something that I did,
So you're
or
seeking some kind of resolution.
yes, because I wanted to make sure I was
But
not
that
right, but I just wanted to make sure
so evidently we didn't
that
come to a resolution in whatever we was discussing.
we did.
Now I mean before you
Oh
went to the
no,
person.
not yeah,
Right.
not before. But we're gonna, when we get down to another one, that will it would all come together, because and it'll tell you what the results was when we talk about one of the fair
So
fight things. Oh, if that's a fair
ne-
fight things,
yeah, fair fight. Can I slip in there?
go ahead.
Okay. So I want to interject here that we do have somebody that we can go to, a professional counselor that can help us navigate issues.
Hmm.
You notice I underscore the word professional. So, and it's nothing wrong with seeking a professional
Hmm.
counselor to help you through. Yeah, it's not somebody we go see and sit on in their office every week.
Hmm.
No, that's not happening. We're not doing that. I don't mean that in a negative way, but we don't need that. But some couples do need that because we've learned how to work through whatever issues that we have
Well, that's because we had somebody working with
years
us.
ago.
Yes,
Right.
yes. So yeah, years ago. So we had somebody to help us get to this point.
That was somebody other than what we have right, the
Right,
person we
right,
have
right,
right now.
right. And so those were tools.
Right.
Those were tools, and we used those
And
tools, and so now we're able to fight fair.
now that person years ago, um, see, you can't if you're not willing to have them tell you about yourself.
Mm.
You got to be mature enough for somebody to tell you when you're wrong.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I call when I counsel couples. I have to have what I call 3 O's: outside objective opinion. So again, if you're not willing to have somebody tell you where you are wrong, then you're not really ready for counseling. You're not really ready for it. But you should go because somebody needs to tell you that you're wrong, or you're going to stay wrong, and your marriage is going to end up jacked up. It's going to be end up messed up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just telling you, if you want to go through years, and I mean not months, if you want to go through years of being frustrated,
Mm-hmm.
angry, upset, kicking the cat, the dog, and fussing
Mm-hmm.
at everybody, then that's what's
Punching
going
the
to
walls.
right. That's what's going to I know somebody that did that. I should put a hole through the wall. But I'm just saying the thing is you got to recognize if you're going to go through those kind of um, frustrations, you're fighting a losing battle.
Mm-hmm.
So find somebody to go talk to. If you love this person, if you love your mate,
Mm-hmm.
then go get help.
Mm-hmm.
You know, not unless you're so stuck in your ways that you don't want to get out of it, or that you finding a reason to get for what? You know, excuse me, I don't mean to get emotional, but I'm just saying, for what's the purpose? Find somebody else? I, you know, that's kind of that. Now I understand if they're anyway. That's somewhere else. I don't want to go. So keep it private. Keep it private. Don't involve others. It says, and here's the other thing too. If you find yourself arguing in front of people, take
Yes.
it to another room.
Well,
Particularly if you have kids.
that's what I wanted to talk
Don't
about.
argue in front of the kids
That's
because you
what I want to talk
rock their
about.
security. Go
That's
ahead.
that's
Go
one
ahead.
of the things, because I work in the school system and because we've did a lot of work in different parts of DC with young people. Um, you know, children are very, what's that word, impressionable.
Yes. Yes.
They're looking and they're listening. So you can tell when a child is has been influenced by how they interact with other children.
Mm.
You know what? I mean,
Mm.
some of them, they get to screaming. Some of them will become very selfish. Some of them start snatching stuff. You know, it's a lot of the things that they see at home that they bring it back because they think it's right.
Yeah.
That, you know, that's how it is at home. This is how mommy and daddy do it. You know, and I'm just gonna say this.
Wow.
You know, kids. Have you ever heard a child cuss and it'd be like it don't make no sense? I'm like, but that's learned behavior because they're using words, or it might not even be a cuss word. They're using words, and you'd be like, well, where would they get that from?
Right.
As something they heard, and you know, I'm gonna be fair. Sometimes it's TV, but right now we're talking about what they see at home and how, you know.
Joy Evans said, yes, you're right.
Yes. And so we got to be very careful. Be very careful because there starts telling your business in the street.
Paulette said, facts.
Yeah. They'll start telling your business in the street. And then you're going to get mad and angry because they said something about what they seen at home. Have you ever seen a child, you having a conversation with somebody and the child say, well, mom, you sure? Because that's what you did. Or daddy, that's not how you treat mama. So,
Wow.
you know,
Right.
that's what they see. So we're gonna have arguments. We're gonna be disagreeable. We're gonna be doing, but this says that do it privately. You gotta
You don't do it in front of your
don't
kids.
do it in front of your kids.
And
Take it in your, and I want to make sure we'll talk about that later, but I asked Angelita, I said,
oh.
I said, Angelita, this is what she told us. I said, Angelita, have you ever heard us argue like that? She said, look, no, but you know, my memory ain't that good. I was like, what? But I'm just saying, so you do these things, but be very careful. You're going to have to slow down and stop and take it to the other room because your children are watching and listening to you.
And it said also, if you got company.
And if you got company, yes.
Because
Yes.
arguing in front of company, and if what goes on in this house stays in my house and you argue in front of company, it ain't going to stay in your house. They're going to take it to the street.
Yeah. And I've never seen my parents, I'm be honest with you, I never seen my parents argue or fuss when we was growing up.
Hmm.
And it was like they took everything to the room.
Right.
I've never seen it, you know. But now we trying to everybody keeping it real.
Can I say something funny?
What?
I didn't see it either. Oh, that's a private joke, y'all. But anyway, the reason I say that is because I was raised by a single parent, so I didn't see no arguments. You know, I missed this remark. Wanda said, I guess this was for going for counseling was a good advice. Is that what you meant, Wanda? She said going for counseling was good advice. So again,
yeah, just let us know when you.
You know. So again, I think that's always good. Yeah, I know that's a dad joke, Angelita.
You know,
Um,
but what they used to say, they say, what's that they saying? Maybe some of y'all can help us out here. Says that they should tell the kids, don't do as I don't do as I do, do as I say. I mean, don't do as I say. What is how I go? Don't do as I do as I say.
do as I say. Don't
So
do
what I do,
Right.
don't. What she say? Okay,
Do as I say, not as I do.
do as I say, not as I do. But however, if anybody knows how can help us out with that saying, because I remember that saying.
Wanda said yes. Seek advice.
Yeah.
That's what she was saying. Yeah. She said
So,
yes. She said yes.
No, Angelina said.
Do it. Okay. Angelina said, okay. Do as I say.
Not as
I do.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes, because I was
much.
like, okay, how does that go? But yeah, that's how, so they could say whatever they do, whatever they want to do.
Right.
So yes. Mm-hmm. So
okay,
Bishop, where the bell?
Oh, we ready to go?
Oh.
Okay, I'm sorry.
We need some help now.
I do. Here we go. Next round. Where was you at? Okay.
We round 4.
Stick to the present. Now, this is what you were talking about, Sister Wanda. Stick to the present. Although a disagreement may relate to prior events, there's no point in continually bringing up the past.
Oh, I love doing that. I don't do it now, but every now and then I want to bring up the past. I want to bring up the past.
You
so
remember
bad.
when?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I don't.
Just like before.
Yes, I don't do it now, but oh my God, it's still in my spirit.
You remember what you did 5 years ago?
It's still in my spirit though. But I don't say it.
So does that mean you never forgave the person?
Well, it's not something that I forgave. It's just something just bring it back up. I don't know.
So you can forgive and forget?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. No, I can forgive you, but
you can forgive, but you don't forget.
But it doesn't bother me like that. I'm just saying, I just want to say it. It ain't got nothing to do with whatever you try.
Oh, that's a pride issue.
I just want
that's a pride issue.
That must be. I just want to
Blessed
say
Jesus.
it. I just want to say I told you so, but I can't do it no more. Yeah. And can I get a witness out there? You ever just want to tell your husband, I told you so? Or if you should have listened, you should have listened to me
Sister
before.
Paulette say you may never, or you may not forget.
Right. Especially when it comes to couples. We're not talking about a
what
saint.
You say, Wanda? Exactly.
Right. We're not talking about a saint or, a co-worker. We're talking about my husband or my wife. But for me, I just want to say it, but I can't. Especially when you decide you're going to make you miss your turn. I don't say it no more. I sit like this and I say, oh my God.
Oh, you talking about the car thing.
Yes, he's going to miss the turn. And I ain't going to say nothing.
To what was done is to dig deep. That's true.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, you talking about what you say? You say all right. Look at Sister Paulette trying to help you out here.
What she say?
She said don't let him set you up, First Lady. so
that's right. That's right, Sister Lady Paulette.
So
and I want to bring it up so bad, but I can't.
You want to. She forever trying to. If I do miss a turn, like Sinbad said on the last show, if it was a man to call, we laugh about it, go turn around and come back and make the turn. Y'all got to go into a whole theatrical display, and I know you be sitting over and say, did the same thing last time.
Yeah, because you want to stick to the present. You want to stick to what you're focusing on. You really do. I really do. But if for some reason, I don't know, because it must be our makeup. I don't know. Mark Gungor said it very well. He said, you got 2 brains.
Here you go. There's no point in continually bringing up the past.
I know, but it feels good. I don't know. It just...
There's Mark Gungor said
point. We could connect what happened yesterday to what happened last year.
In continually bringing up the past.
Well, what can I say?
If you didn't resolve the issue the first time you discussed it, work harder to resolve it.
Okay, so I can do like I just said. Okay, I just said.
Right.
What I just said earlier.
So you got to work harder to resolve that.
That's what I'm saying. So I don't say nothing.
So now you don't say nothing.
If those in my spirit, I want to say it so bad.
Well, thank the Lord.
Creeps up like
You've
this,
grown.
and I want to say it.
Why?
It comes out. I don't know. It just feels good.
It's pride. That's what it is. It's pride. It's pride. We gotta fast and pray on you.
I don't say it, so I'm good.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's still in you.
So
though.
here you go. Yeah, it is.
Come out.
Okay, so what's the next bell? What we get ready?
Hey, hold
Oh,
on.
you got some more?
If you keep rehashing or holding a grudge about the same issues, oh my goodness, you'll never be able to move forward.
That's why I don't say nothing. So we moving forward.
Yeah, but I'm just saying in general. I'm not talking about you now, but in
Right.
general for people, if you keep holding on that thing, you gonna have an issue. Let it go. Now, look,
It'll eat you
wait,
up.
hold it. Here you go. Let me help you with this. Something I discovered about 2 months ago in my study about forgiving people. About forgiving people. And y'all need to listen to this very closely. And again, this is something I'm still digging into and researching. But one of the things that I found in my collection of notes is this: forgiveness is given to those who ask for it. Forgiveness is given to those who ask for it. Now I know there's been a lot of teaching on it about forgiving somebody because it's really releasing yourself from the anger and hurt because that person gone on about their business. So what do you do now? This is what I'm researching and developing. Is the fact is if you can't find yourself and you say I just can't forgive them, then the next thing, because they didn't come to you and ask. And if you really look at the biblical principle of it, the Bible says, how many times shall I forgive my brother? Jesus says 7 times 70. If he comes and asks you for forgiveness, that means 7 times 70 in a day, 490 times in a day. But if you find that's when they come and ask. But if you find that they never come ask you, so what do you do? That person never came and asked me for forgiveness. They never apologized. So you're
talking about the wife or the husband?
No, I'm just talking about forgiveness in general. It can be applied to marriage. It can be applied to anything. But so what I'm researching now, what I discovered in one of my notes, and I'll try to make this quick, is that if you can't if you can't forgive somebody because they didn't come ask, then you can pardon them. You can pardon them, because a pardon is a gracious act that does not require somebody to ask for forgiveness. So you are pardoning them. So keep that in mind, and it'll help you out with your forgiveness. So if they ask, are you saying, no, I'm saying you do forgive them if they ask. Forgiveness do help you to be healed. That is true, Sister Wanda. That is true. But again, it relieves you. It relieves you from some people from having to require that person to ask for forgiveness. But when you give a pardon, it'll also help do the same thing as far as healing you of that issue. And yes, Angelita, thank you so much. Pardon. That's good. All right.
You got to ring the bell.
Oh, my wife is telling me to move on. All
no,
right.
I'm just saying.
Not a problem. You're good. We got to stay on track. Next round. Here we go. What?
You sure you want to read this one?
Yes.
It says stick to the subject.
But that was part of the subject. See, you're being funny now. That was part of the subject on the last one. That was part of it. Okay. Stick to the subject. I'll do my best.
I wasn't talking about that. I'm just
Yeah, you were. Yeah,
no,
you were.
No,
yeah,
I was talking about we don't stick to the subject.
Yeah, you were. You got jokes.
No, it says in the middle of an argument, don't add in feelings you've been hoarding. Talk about the one issue at hand. Harboring. Talk about the one issue at hand. We don't bring up anything else we could possibly disagree about any past, future moments in time. That is true. I'm just laughing because it says stick to the subject. Sometimes We put mine down. Put them down. Those are mine. You got to buy your own. See, now he's trying to fight. He see, that's the thing. He's using mine. These are mine. Get your own. Fight with your own tools. Stop trying to use my tools.
Okay, go
But
ahead.
anyway.
Stick to the subject.
Yes. So I'm just talking about how we, because we don't want to talk about that thing, we'll skip to another subject. Because if the arguments get too heated and we don't like what's being said, we'll talk about something else.
But it says harboring, so that means if you're harboring those
It's
feelings,
So there's something else in there because
so you never released what
never
was going,
released
what
any of
happened
that.
before.
Right.
So you never forgave that person,
well, I'm not going
or
to
you
say
never
forgive.
pardoned them.
See, you're saying forgive. I'm just talking about. I
That's
guess
an argument.
it is, but
Or you never
don't-
came to a resolution,
never came to a resolution, or we never talked about it. So
or
we
it's
can't.
unresolved.
Right. So you can't forgive somebody
Not
for something
discussed.
that you never discussed or resolved.
Okay, so you're harboring secret feelings
Yes.
or undealt with feelings.
Well, however you want to put it, because we have a tendency to skipping the subject, because I'm talking about all of that.
Why do people skip subjects?
Because sometimes it's hard to it hurts to deal with a certain subject. If you talk to somebody and you're really digging into, this is why you need to have counseling, because you got two people just trying to dig in to what's going on, and you dig so far down till it starts to hurt. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back to something else because I'm going to hurt you.
So is that a sign that you need real counseling or professional counseling?
Yes, but that's why you need counseling.
Okay, so when
Yeah.
you find that you're harboring something over a long period of time,
Right. And then you're arguing about something now that's hurting you, but you never discussed the other thing that was hurting you.
So it just becomes a cumulative.
Yes, and then you end up with no, like you say, no forgiveness. But I don't know if that's forgiveness or it's just stuff that you never talked about.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
For how let's try to give an example of that. We could be arguing about
Angelita's agreeing with you.
Mm-hmm. We can argue about.
She said it hurts, and they don't want to deal with it.
Right. So we could be arguing about the color of the curtains. I could want brown and you can want green. That's simple, right?
Mm-hmm.
So neither one of us is going to give in because you feel that green looks better on the wall but I think the orange looks better because it brings out the walls and yada yada. So, but then I'm like getting so disgusted that you won't listen to. I'm the woman of the house. I should be the one to choose the the orange. You the man. You're supposed to let me. These are things that happen in your mind because a lot of women feel like this is my house and I should be able to do what I want to do with it, right? But you never had that discussion of how you felt about decorating the house.
Right. So is that why you had me paint the kitchen orange?
Well, no. But we didn't argue about it. But I'm just saying I was using that as a little an example.
I didn't bother you with the orange.
No, and you don't really bother me about the house, but I was using this for an example because I know that some men like to do the house the way they want it done.
Although I picked the green everywhere.
You did. But I'm just saying little things like that.
Right.
It could be anything. It could be I want a dog and you don't want a dog.
So you stick to the subject.
No, we're talking about sticking to the subject.
Right.
But
in the middle of an argument,
you want to
add feelings you've been
right. So if I'm explaining it right, people if they y'all understand what I'm saying.
Talk about the one issue at hand.
You're talking about the one issue at hand, but you're digging too far down, and now I don't want to talk about it anymore. I want to talk about something else.
I got you.
I want to talk about something else because now you're digging too.
But so they're harboring that feeling.
They harbor something that we've never discussed.
Okay.
So I don't know if it sounded like I was going off or one left to right, but trying to understand that trying to stick to the subject can be hard because you don't know.
Wanda said, she said that's the truth.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not a therapist, but it's just things that I feel that I've been through that I'm quite sure I'm not the only woman that felt that way because now you're digging into something that I'm not ready for. I want to stick to the subject, but I just want to hear you say, okay,
Betty
yes
Davis
or no.
said that's good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So That's how it happens. You know.
Let me do all electrical to save some money. Angelita said, our argument, no dogs.
We're not going to talk about that. I am getting a dog.
Okay.
All right, baby, we just enjoying life now, right?
Okay.
So what's the next one? We're going to go on the next one because we can talk all.
All right.
Oh, I want to do this one. I want us to do this one.
No name calling.
You ain't ring the bell.
Oh, I'm sorry. Here we go. Next round. You just like that bell. That's all. Let's do it.
No name calling.
No.
Oh.
Chrissy's trying to help you out. Get a dog. No.
Oh. No name calling.
No name calling.
Oh, how many names have I called you? Except righteous, loving.
Every call me everything but a child of God.
Oh my God, but life and death are in the tongue.
Right.
We can keep calling each other stupid, dumb. You know, you're worth nothing.
Don't label them as moody and angry. Oh my goodness.
Those are light.
You are an angry black woman.
Oh my God. How many of us have said to our spouses some things out of our mouth that, you know, you have to go back and repent for?
Paulette Liverpool said, Jesus, take the wheel.
But it's vital that we do not speak those negative things. And I'm telling you.
Chrissy trying to help you out.
What'd she say?
She said, I've never heard you call him anything but honey.
Well, that's the truth because we argued in private.
And Angelita said, nope. All right. That's because we're going back to the other one here where it says we don't argue in front of our kids.
Right.
Or company.
Right. Now, we might make a joke as we get together as family. We're going to talk about that, though, when we get our kids together. But we have this habit of really saying some evil things out of our mouth. And we have not tamed our tongue.
Right.
I
don't call you names.
You don't call me names, but
Never
you never have called me names, but you have done this. You was calling me all kinds of names.
No, I wouldn't call you no names. I'm just keeping my mouth shut.
So I was the one calling all the names.
Not to argue.
And isn't it hard to argue with somebody that's not going to argue with you?
Yeah, it is.
What's that?
What it says, Lita, they don't know what the eyes mean yet.
So
but you know, I don't.
Well,
because
people should do that,
it's belittling,
right?
To and I you know, I'm very I've always been.
Now, I never called you stupid and dumb.
No, I've always
never called you that.
I've always been a person because I'm a non-confrontational person. I believe, and I've never argued with my wife in front of my kids or in public. And as I said in about 2-3 shows ago, I just refuse to do it. And that has caused me or people's opinion of me in my relationship with my wife to believe that I don't say anything, but I have just chosen not to argue with her in public or try to correct her in public in an embarrassing way. I just won't do it.
I keep saying, man, I must have been bad.
No, it's just that, and you know, I've gotten you home and said, you know, sweetheart, and again, timing is everything. So I get home and I said, well, sweetheart, and I said, look, you know, what you did tonight, I kind of really didn't like that. And she's known I've done that before. Or I would say, that was just a little off tonight.
But I had to make sure I honored that too. I didn't want to start. I had to watch myself where I would say, what you mean? When I got home, I don't want to hear that. So I just wanted, look, we're trying to read this. I'm trying to talk at the same time. So
thank you, Betty Davis. No way you could call him stupid because he's a genius for real. Thank you.
No, I've always told him that he is the smartest man in the world. I always made sure he understood that.
Angelina say, my other way of dealing with it is scratch my head and walk away.
Yes.
You know.
Now they telling all his secrets. He starts scratching his head.
Y'all
You know.
need to stop. Chrissy say the smartest, absolutely smartest man. Please stop it. I'm not. Thank you very much.
But but I've had my other words.
God
you
help me.
know, but that's changed. But even with all jokes aside, that we as women can say some very harmful things to our husbands, and then they don't grow to the next level because now you've demeanored them so far down to
Demean.
they
Yeah.
demeanor, right?
Demean.
Demean them so far that it's hard for them to get up. It's hard for them to have confidence in themselves
Oh, yeah.
because we are a helpmate.
Right.
And see, that's where it comes in at. We're supposed to help build our husbands, whether we like it or not. That's our position. We help him get to the next level. And when he gets to the next level, we get the benefits of him getting to that place,
Sister Paulette, we go. My wife's gonna call you a little later.
My wife, huh?
Yeah, I don't want to post that one, but anyway.
So we have to be very careful of what we say to our husbands, and we're known to say things out of our mouths, especially as a culture, as a Black culture. We're known to say things to our husbands. I don't know why they make that a joke because they always say
strong
that
Black women. Black
You know.
women are always characterized as being strong, aggressive, outspoken. Just has always been that way because they were, and this is just a carryover from enslavement, is that Black women had to become the heads of the house, the matriarchs, and they have taken on that leadership and strong role in the family, raising the kids because their men would snatch from them and sent somewhere else, and that just perpetuated down through time and through our culture that women have been strong. So,
and because of that, women, when their husbands came home from all of that, being beat down by the world, being beat down, we are supposed to welcome them and reaffirm them, affirm them to
their manhood, basically.
Yes.
But see, that's kind of a hard thing to do now because the way society has fashioned and shaped the Black family in a sense that it belittles Black men in a lot of ways.
But we can do it. We got to get back to it.
Yeah, you have to. But
We
again,
got
that
to help
because
our
the
husbands.
mindset now, is in society is that men are not worth that in a lot of ways.
No,
So
but
and it's
you are.
well, thank you.
In more
I
than
appreciate
one
that.
place.
I appreciate that.
Oh my God! It's after we done.
It's 9:08. Yeah.
Yes.
But the man is supposed to take care of home. You're absolutely right, Sister Paulette. That's true. Sister Wanda, we forgive you. God knows. so again, so a lot of this. Let's jump down here to.
It's after 9.
I know.
We want to finish it next week. We want to finish it. We can finish it next
Oh
week.
yeah, we got plenty more. How far do we go? Woo! We stopped on number 6.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, rules for fighting fair. We'll probably revisit this on next week. Because I think it's an important subject that needs to be talked about. And discussed to help people through their relationships and to get them to the next level and really, really begin to help people try to work their way through. And, and again, I have to say that what my son said to me earlier today, about us being opposites and being able to make our relationship work. I told him that, divorce was not an option and he was going to be determined to work our relationship out, and we have. Now, we still have disagreements, but the thing is we know how to handle them. We know how to deal with them. We know how to work our way through them. So I do try to share that with you. And then the objective of all of this is so that when you get to a situation, that hopefully something that you see in what we've said tonight will help you work through whatever is going on. What are you pulling out?
I want to tell everybody I won.
You're not, wait a minute, hold it. No. No. One of the things up here, wait a minute, hold it. No. You can't do that. You cannot do that. It says, what are the things? Oh, that was further down. We haven't got there yet. We haven't gotten there yet. Okay. So y'all got to come back because she's really breaking one of the rules already. It says here, our intention should never be to win a fight. Look at her. Look at her. She ain't right. So that's so
Keep talking.
So oh God. Thank you very much, Angelita. What we want to do, and just before we close, we're going to have a word of prayer also before we leave.
If there are any questions or anything y'all
yeah,
want
if
to
y'all
ask,
have questions or whatever, you can. For those of you that are on Facebook, you can inbox us. You can also send an email to, because we do have an email account now, ourtimefor2@gmail.com, just like the show's name, ourtimefor2@gmail.com. You can send us a comment. I'll talk to you later about that, Chrissy. So give me a call. You can email us, or if you're on Facebook, you can inbox us, and we'll answer any questions and try to give you whatever advice.
and we can also have Linda, our
Right, because we do have a professional therapist,
counselor,
Dr. Linda Jones. And she is more than willing to help you if you need to talk to her.
Yeah, we can have her on the show, and we can just go some of the questions.
Yeah, so if you send the questions, we can talk to her or have her answer those questions on the program. Also, to let everybody know that I am working on the YouTube channel. Prayerfully, it'll be up and ready to go next week. I was actually supposed to be on it tonight, but YouTube got a thing that they got to take 24 hours to set up the channel. So it will be on there next week. All of our past videos, you can go to the channel and look at that. Our Time for Two is the same as the name of the show, and go and look at those videos if you so like. And this one is going to be loaded up there sometime tonight. All right. So again, that information out there. Please, everybody that's looking at me, that's going to watch this, please go to YouTube and subscribe to Our Time for Two, just like it sounds. I'll spell it all the way out. Our Time for Two YouTube channel. Please go out there and subscribe to it. We're trying to get up to 1,000 folks and 1,000 subscribers. So please, what you can do.
Yes, Paulette.
So what you can do is go. Look, I lost train of thought. Go to the channel, and if you would, share the channel, let people know about it. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Thank you, Angelita. Our Time for Two YouTube channel, in the name of the Lord. So please do that, and that would help us out a whole lot, in the name of the Lord. And there's going to be a lot more things out there. I got something I need to talk to my wife about, because we got something that I'm going to share with her that I think will be good, and came up in my discussion with my wonderful, brilliant son. All right. All righty. So God bless y'all. Let me have a word of prayer with you. Father, in Jesus' name, Lord, we come before you tonight. Father, we thank you for this time of sharing and caring. Father, I pray, dear Lord, hallelujah, that you will look down upon those that listen tonight and those that will view this, and touch them, dear God. Help them, strengthen them, Father. In the name of Jesus, give them what they need,
yes, Lord,
to help them in their relationship and in their marriage. I pray that something was said, some counsel, some wisdom, some words would help them navigate through their marriage. Father, you took us through everything you took us through in order that we might be at this place to share it. And that's what we're doing, Lord. It's another ministry that you've given to us as a couple. Father, I thank you now. Heal every marriage, bless every marriage. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
All
Amen.
right. Certainly, we thank God for everybody being on tonight. Y'all be blessed, be strong, be encouraged. See you next week.
I believe in love. I believe in trust. I believe in eternity.